As you can see, it ain't that bad. It ain't too hard to handle, so. Yeah, all right, well that was fun. Welcome to the channel. My name's Russell, I'm your host. This is CTD Adventures. And this is the Trek 1120. It's my new adventure bike. My background's mountain biking, mostly trails, all mountain, I'll ride anything. I decided to get this. We'll talk about suspension versus fully rigid and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get into the specs. You guys can go to the website and check it out. I mean, they'll talk about nerdy things like boost spacing and 28-hole rims. That's all fine and dandy, but you guys can check that out on your own. What I want to do is talk about my opinions and what I think you can do with it and what maybe you shouldn't do with it. I think it's going to be a little different. I'm not at the park, as you can see. There's no green grass, no birds chirping. This is real world. This is what I do. I get out and ride. Okay, guys, let's do this. Returning members, thank you. If you're new to the channel and you end up watching this, consider subscribing and smash that notification bell. You'll know every time I'm posting. Thanks, guys. All right, so like I said, been mountain biking for a long time. Been enduro racing the last couple seasons. This bike is meant for adventures, long distance rides, and tours. I think Trek got some things right with it. I think there's definitely some areas to change or room for improvement. One of them that I want to talk about quickly is the funky bars they come with. Oh my gosh. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe if you stayed on the road the whole time or gravel, they would be all right, but the hand position doesn't allow for real tight turns. And out here riding stuff like this, sometimes you got to make that quick, tight turn. Put a picture here for you real quick. It's taken a little bit of time to adjust to trail life on this. So used to full suspension that when I got on this full rigid, I was hitting things I probably shouldn't have. But everything's all right on the bike anyways. I just have to readjust. So as an adventure bike, thought I'd come out to this trail. The shadows are low enough. Hopefully you guys can see what the terrain's like in the rocks. Pick your line right, it ain't that bad. I mean, I'm loaded down with enough gear for 2 days. I had a water source. My water bottles will be coming soon. I don't even have a frame pack, so I could put even more weight on. But just really does a good job handling the terrain. Pick the right lines, ain't that bad. This is a fun little section on the trail slash enduro bike. As you can see, it ain't that bad. It ain't too hard to handle, so. All right, so let's talk tire pressure. These are 29-inch rims. I've got Chupacabra 3.0 tires on. The lowest recommended pressure on the sidewall is 12 pounds. So the first time I rode it out on dirt, I thought, 12. Shoot, I can probably go down to 8. That'd be a 4-pound drop, and This is not my trail bike. Trail bike's 27.5. Been a 4-pound drop from, say, 28, where I ride on super hot rocky stuff, all the way down to 24 on trail where I want a lot of grip. That ain't nothing. But when I got on this and dropped those 4 pounds, I could barely ride. That's a huge percentage. So I've been dialing it in, working on my pressures. Right now I'm at 10.5 up front. I'm running 12 in the back, the recommended lowest. I have switched over to tubeless. Absolutely believe in it, no other way I'll go. Any adventure I do, I always have a spare tube with me just in case, but you guys definitely go tubeless if you get the chance. At 10.5 up front, still a little bouncy, but man, the traction's fantastic. I think I could go a little lower if I didn't have gear on. Say I'm just out on a trail ride, I think that would be fine. And when I ride to work, I go 12 and 12, front and back. Just because on the tires on the road, anything lower than 12, if you're making a sharp angled bank turn, I've noticed a lot of self-steer. And that's when you're leaning over and that tire is pushing in and deforming a little. Now, I know Maxxis makes some good double downs. That might help solve that, but these Chico Padres are good. And they're the factory tire. I'm gonna run them for a long time. Let's talk about the gearing a little bit. Comes spec'd with a 30 chainring up front, an 1146 in back. The rear cassette is Shimano, so if you don't know, Shimano's 1146 is quite different. Gears 2 through 11 are very closely spaced, and the jump from second to first, or on a bike like this, definitely granny gear, is a big jump. The way I've looked at it since I've been riding this for a while now is essentially I've got a 10-speed and a bailout gear. What that allows you to do is have better cadence when you're just rolling along. You don't have as many gears, but when you do hit that climb, that 46 with the 30 up front's a nice power gear, low gear, aka granny gear. On my trail bike, I run an 1146 also, with a 32 or 34 up front, depending on what I'm doing. But the jump from second to first is a lot less. I'll try to post those numbers here down below for you, and I'll spec it out as Shimano versus Sunrace. I think both have their merits. You guys can definitely comment. Let me know what you think of each one, if you know about it. Love to hear what you have to say, but... Alright, so here's what I'm talking about, guys. This is my Sunrace 1146 on my enduro wheel, and this is the Shimano 1146. You can physically see the difference there and the difference there. So the Sunrace goes 36, 40, 46. The Shimano goes 32, 37, 46. So you have a 9 jump there. This one is only a 6. That's quite a bit of difference. So that's why I said this is pretty much a true 11 speed. You have a good variation there. This I'm calling a 10 speed. with the bailout. All right, back to the video. All right, so bike comes with both of these bags made for this rack. What you do, I like taking the Velcro, and that kind of just holds it in place while I get everything mounted up. People say they're hard, but I don't think it's that hard. So they just hook like that. These here, that goes around the frame. There for support, that keeps it from sliding back and forth. Around on the bottom, same two things, 1 and 2, that's it. It's actually a really secure setup. All right, so here are some of the highlights of the bike. Obviously the rack system is awesome. The way you load it up. The fender I put on. Tail light, because I ride to work a lot. There's the stranglehold dropout right there. It allows you to change the overall wheelbase, give you different characteristics. If I was really, really loaded and I was going to go on a long gravel or pavement ride, I'd move that back. I think for the kind of trails I'm on out here, I like where it is. Another unique thing is the elevated chainstay. If I had to drop my chain and clean it or whatever, or replace it, it's a lot easier. Let's see, internal routing, simple. Added the water bottle, nice Camelback insulated. Keeps things from freezing. Right now, it's about 28 degrees out here. Don't be fooled by the shorts. Up front, triple bottle mounts. Big trips, I'm definitely going to do that. Again, another fender I made. That just keeps the crud off of me. I don't care about the bike. And then the front rack, also a great feature of the bike. My light, again, that's not stock, comes with it. Don't care for the lever much. I mean, it works, but it's so slick. Sometimes it's hard to activate. And these SRAM brakes, those are going to go too. Again, guys, this is just all my stuff that I do or don't like. Just what I want. It's my bike. Okay. Alright guys, so much I could talk about. Man, just having a great time on this bike. Thank you, Santa. I'm gonna leave you with the view of the backbone behind me as I ride back to the trailhead. Hope you enjoyed the video. Man, if you made it this far, you definitely better subscribe if you're not already a member. Thanks for watching, and as I always say, guys, happy trails.